I'm here at Mississinewa 1812, and I'm here with Pat and Becky of Common Stock. And this is these are folks that I've known for a long time. We really enjoy them as entertainers, and I thought we'd do a real quick interview with them so that you could get to know them. Pat, how long have you guys been doing what you do?
We did our first Punch and Judy show in 1978 at a little Renaissance fair in Thorntown, and within a few years of that, someone said, "Have you ever been to the 18th century?" And they went like this, and we went to the 18th century, and now we just do Renaissance fairs when absolutely necessary.
You do Renaissance, you do 18th century, 17th century, if you can find it.
Anything from
19th century?
Renaissance into up to about 1940. We have different entertainments we do up to that time.
Right.
After which point, popular culture doesn't really interest me anymore.
Right.
So,
what exactly do you guys do? What's your
tools? We're itinerant entertainers,
right?
And what that means is we're asked to move along.
Yeah.
That's what that means. But itinerant entertainers who travel town to town, fair to festival, and as many diversions as they can come up with. Ballad sheets.
Right.
If we'd visit a local printer, we'd get songs cheaply from him.
Right.
And it was a way for poor people to learn to read.
Right.
If you were a ditch digger working in the street and you heard because we got them from the printer, we got a whole stack of the same song.
Right.
And we're trying to sell that song, so we'd repeat ourselves. And so if you're digging a ditch, you just pay attention. You have to have a good memory if you can't read. Song sticks in your head, you take a hard-earned penny and buy the sheet, and then you can teach yourself to read and you get a job as a clerk in a store.
You do songs. You have show pieces, puppets and curios.
Popular entertainments of the common
Right.
folk. Peep shows before the Civil War, so it was
Right.
everything except for what a peep show is now.
Right.
It covered
Right.
all
Exactly.
of that material. And again, it was this part of the world you'd have never seen the ocean, so when you show you the ocean in the box, there's sea serpents and mer people.
Right.
With peep shows, we get to talk about the science of optics briefly, enough that a child knows that they can go and do this.
So we've got crazy monkeys on a stick, and you've got other kinds of fun stuff. You've got
We have a two-headed snake.
a two-headed snake.
Don't often see two-headed snakes out there. And why are we showing this? If you had a two-headed snake, you'd be showing it to people too.
That's right.
And this is an artifact. Oh, artifact, that's the word. This is a piece of grapevine. She built the heads. The eyes are little BBs.
But
And
likely
snakes.
in the time period, they would have been pretending it was real, and they would collect a penny to see the two-headed snake.
That's right.
We are not required to tell the truth to people. We are
Right.
just not required.
And you've got a mermaid, an
Yes.
actual dried
Actual dead
up.
one.
She's not alive.
No.
Obviously.
Not anymore. Not unless she gets wet. This is
Right.
Doris.
Doris. Doris is the mother of all the Mediterranean mermaids.
Yes.
So that's her name.
And Doris means the sea.
So she's probably related to the sirens. She's trying to lure the ships onto the rocks.
Yes.
And
Nothing but bad news.
So we've got
The ocean in a box.
an ocean in a box. And so we got in here, we get to see clouds and oceans and
So that's the ocean in a box, and there's a variety of peep shows. Peep shows from 1700, 1850 were children's entertainment.
right.
And when we found out about that, we thought, well, this is important to put in kids' hands,
You guys go all over the Midwest and do your show with people?
right? We've been west of the Mississippi a couple of times, but generally it's east of Mississippi.
You don't want to go all the way over there.
It takes longer to get back. That's all I know. It just takes so long to get back from the other side of the Mississippi.
If you're interested in contacting Pat and Becky, I will make sure to put some contact information in the description of this YouTube. Thank you so much for watching.
Here's a health to Jolly Bacchus. Here's a health to Jolly Bacchus. Here's a health to Jolly Bacchus. I-ho, I-ho, I-ho. For he doth merry make us. For he doth merry make us. For he doth merry make us. I-ho, I-ho, I-ho. Come sit ye down together, come sit ye down together, come sit ye down together. I-ho, 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 and bring